What's up, guys? It's Lark here again. Today we are going to talk about the pros, the cons, and the risks involved with cloud mining. Now, there are a lot of people out there who absolutely love cloud mining, and there are a lot of haters out there too on cloud mining. So we're going to try and demystify it a little bit, and for those of you who are sort of new and thinking about getting involved in cloud mining, well, we're going to lay it out for you, and you can have a think about it and do the maths and think about it a bit yourself and think, man, is this something I want to get involved with or not? And for those of you who've been doing it for a while, you can actually sit back and think, is this still a good idea? Yeah. Well, so we'll look at all those different facts, guys. So quick shout out to everyone before we get too far into it, who have been liking the videos and hitting subscribe to the channel down below there. Guys, really love that support. So you keep doing it, and I'll keep making awesome videos for you guys as always. So we're actually going to start off by talking about the risks in cloud mining. Now, cloud mining, actually the whole cryptocurrency industry, I got to say, is just full of risks. Because Bitcoin is worth $4,000 plus per Bitcoin. So what that actually means is that there are a lot of people out there who really want to get a hold of your money, because everybody realizes that Bitcoin is a great investment. Actually, that any cryptocurrency investing is a great investment. Well, maybe not any, but certainly investing with some of the solid projects. But Bitcoin in particular has the biggest name recognition. It's everyone's go-to coin. It's what it's the institutional backbone of all these transactions online. So really there are so many scams out there around it. And look, I know the word scam gets thrown around all the time on the internet for all kinds of stuff that's not scams and so on and so forth, like BitConnect, for example. BitConnect's not a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's different. It pays a lot of people a lot of money and will pay a lot of people a lot of money for a long time. So, God bless everyone who's, investing into that. But I want to talk about straight up scams, guys, because this is one of the big things that really gives cloud mining a bad name. I'm talking about sites like Microhash. I'm talking about sites like BitLake, two of the newest cloud mining sites out there. Now, both of these websites have really just, the kind of returns that you can't actually sustain for more than a few weeks. So here we are. Here we go. Profit in just 7 days. Amazing. 7 days profit. Get all your money back in 7 days. Guys, that's not going to happen, right? Well, maybe you will. You will. Well, maybe you won't if you sign up now. Anybody who signed up to Microhash 2 weeks ago, yeah, they'll get their money back, right? But anyone who signs up now, this site might be gone in a week or two. And this kind of stuff really makes me upset, because it gives the whole cloud mining industry a bad name, but it also gives the whole cryptocurrency thing a bad name, because people are going to come, they're going to find a website like this, they're going to pay their money, and they're going to get screwed. And I hate to see YouTubers out there who are promoting this stuff saying, well, yeah, it might be a scam, but use my referral link anyway, guys, and I'll get some money, and, you guys will get screwed. So really watch out for the scam websites, guys. I know some people out there say, yeah, everything's a risk, you got to take a risk, but man, why give your money to these bad people who are just, totally scamming and giving the whole thing a bad name? There's nothing to buy here. They just say, give us money and we'll give you back Bitcoin, basically. And that's really not cloud mining, guys. It's not very professional, and you really got to watch out for these unprofessional scam websites that are just going to take your money and run away with it. So do keep an eye out for that. Now, one other thing that you do have to keep an eye out for is that, hey, look, the crypto industry is super volatile, and, bankruptcy of companies does happen. A lot of cloud mining websites have gone under. And so this is really something to keep in mind, is that these companies can become insolvent like any other company. It's not a cloud mining thing, it's a company thing. Companies go bankrupt. It's what happens. And one other thing too to keep in mind, one of the big risks of cloud mining is, of course, hacking. And this has just happened to Genesis Mining a few weeks ago. They got hacked, I assume pretty bad, and probably basically, millions and millions of dollars got stolen. And so they've been trying to play catch up ever since then. And hey, look, they've got me all caught up in my payments. So I know there are still some people missing their Monero and stuff like that. But, the fact that they didn't just say, well, that's it, guys, close up shop and we're out of here, means that they're actually a very serious company who, does want to continue doing business in spite of losing millions of dollars in a hacking incident. So that will happen. And thankfully, these companies do cover the risk in that situation. So, they're not saying, well, guys, we all got hacked, so everyone, loses their money. It's nice to see that they are trying to, make up for that. But obviously, if they lost all the wallets and all the payouts, which were scheduled, then they've got, weeks before they catch up on everything. And so they've caught me up, and I'm sure they've caught most people up. There might still be some things missing for some people somewhere, so that does happen. Anyway, those are the risks. There is a lot of risk in the crypto industry, so there are definitely those things to keep in mind before you go ahead and put your money in here. Now, let's talk about the cons. Because risks are one thing. That's, how you straight up going to lose your money. Here are some of the negative aspects that are, maybe not really something I want to put in the risk category. So we're going to talk about a few of those. One of those is mining difficulty. Now, this is mining in general. This has not actually cloud mining specific. If you were going to go and invest in an ASIC mining rig, you would have the same equation, the same conversation you'd have to have with yourself. So look, this is how difficult it is to mine Bitcoin right now. So right now we're up here. This changes every 2 weeks, and it goes almost always up. Sometimes you do get minor retractions, like right here, it went from 711 trillion down to 708 trillion. So it's not a big drop by any means, but it does drop sometimes. So you can keep that in mind, but it's not likely to drop very much at any point in the future. It is just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. Now, on average, we are seeing about a 200 trillion difficulty increase every 3 months. So you do need to keep that in mind. What that really just means is that the difficulty is going up a lot. And, in a year's time, we're probably going to have something like a 1.8, what are we up to, quadrillion, is that right? Yeah. Difficulty level. So, actually we're at billion right now. We're not trillion, we're at billion. So we're going to be up to the trillions next year. Sorry, I'm not reading my numbers right here. We're going to be up to the trillions next year. Right now we're, of course, just in the hundreds of billions. So, that is coming. That will happen. But it's fairly steady at the moment. Now, look, there's always the risk of new technology coming along and totally screwing with the difficulty levels. Now, that happened to everyone who was involved in dash mining, right? Until about a month ago, dash mining was, the best thing since sliced bread. And now, the dash mining contracts that you bought last month aren't really worth very much anymore, and you'll probably basically just get your money back on those. Of course, the price of Dash is going up a lot, and I'm looking forward to the day of $1,000 Dash coin. However, that's the payout is not much less certain on that now, because a whole bunch of new technology came out, a whole bunch of new mining machines came into the market, and they just totally blew the whole thing wide open. And so the profitability of those contracts is going to continue to go down, of course. So that can happen. Now, the Bitcoin mining industry is much more established than the Dash mining industry was. So I don't think we're going to see the same level of, technological shakeup happening, but you never know. You do need to keep that in mind. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what's that going to look like when, the mining difficulties basically doubled? Well, right now, if you were to have 1 terahash of mining power over anywhere but 1 terahash, you'd be getting about 0.099 Bitcoin per year. Now, that's going to go down slightly every 2 weeks between now and next year. And so next year, that's going to be basically 0.05 Bitcoin, assuming that, historical data remains constant and works as an accurate future prediction. You never can know, of course, but assuming that does stay fairly constant, then by, at this time next year, your Bitcoin contract will be mining 0.05 Bitcoin. And that means that the following year, it'll be mining something like 0.025. So it does keep going. That's one of the big bonuses that I see with mining and with cloud mining in general, is that, you do keep getting those returns. If you go and buy 1 Bitcoin today, that's it. You have 1 Bitcoin. But if you mine it, you're actually going to get quite a bit more Bitcoin for your buck, basically. And that's only $150 for, probably get about 0.6, 0.7 out of that after the fees and mining difficulty and all that stuff has been adjusted for, which is pretty good. If you were to go to the open market today and try and buy that, you'd be paying a hell of a lot more than $120 or $150 for it. So do keep that in mind. Now, the other big con to cloud mining is that your funds are, locked up. All the money you've invested is just kind of sitting there, and you're only getting maybe $1 a day back if you've got a terahash, for example. So you put in $150, well, you're getting $1 back a day minus fees, so you're getting 90 cents a day back, something like this. And so, I can't really do much with 90 cents a day. You got to sit and wait and, maybe spend $10 here and $10 there or whatever. But this is a con, but I also see it as being one of the big pros. And not a lot of people talk about that, I don't think, and they should. Because actually, having your money locked up like this is really good for a lot of investors, because one of the things that'll happen is if we go back to the price of Bitcoin, it's at 41.51 today. 2 or 3 days ago, it was at 43, almost 4,400 in a lot of places. And then it dropped all the way down to 4,000. Now, a lot of people in that situation would panic and sell, right? Which is obviously not a very good option, because you would have just lost $400. And of course, Bitcoin is going to keep going up because Bitcoin's a monster. We're going to see the $5,000 Bitcoin before you know it, guys. I can't wait to see that day. It's going to be amazing. Going to absolutely be amazing when we see the $5,000 Bitcoin. So it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming, that $5,000 Bitcoin. But people, in the moment, you're sitting here, you're watching it, every second you're watching, oh my God, it's gone down another $5. Oh my God, it's gone down another $5. And you sell, right? However, if you've got this nice, long-term, slow investment, slowly returning you money, slowly pumping out that Bitcoin, you're much less likely to do that, actually. If you take that $4,000 and you go and invest it in Bitcoin mining, you're actually going to get a lot more Bitcoin, but you're also going to have much more price and sort of a reserve stability, because you won't have that sort of like, oh God, I bought this yesterday for 4,500, now it's 4,000, so I have to go sell it. No, you're going to be much more chill about things. You're like, oh, I got another $50 today of Bitcoin, whatever, it's just chilling over there. Like, oh, price gone down a little bit, who cares? It's just, you don't have that same kind of emotional reaction, which I think is actually really important. Not enough people sort of do mention that. Now, one of the we're going to get into the rest of the pros here. So, instant mining. And what I mean by instant mining is you pay money today and they start mining your coins tomorrow. And that's really cool. That's probably one of the biggest pros in my mind. Now, I thought immediately when I got into mining and all this stuff and started looking around at different things, man, what's really going to be the go is actually to get your own miner and just get it set up here. And why pay these cloud mining fees? Because cloud mining is a little more expensive than buying your own stuff. It's about $1,300 or something for a 14 terahash machine, and it's about $1,900, something like this, for 14 terahash on the different cloud mining websites. So, it's a few $100s more expensive, right? So you might think, well, I should just go over there and get that, and it'd be better. And man, you gotta wait like 3 months to get an ASIC miner. The back orders on these things are crazy. And look, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that too. You can absolutely go crazy. That's also a good option. But if you want to start making Bitcoin tomorrow, right, hop on to cloud mining. That's what I love about it. It's just the instant results. Now, the one, caveat I do have to mention here is that if you buy with Genesis Mining and you buy with a credit card, it's a 32-day wait before you get your first payout. And the mining starts instantly, but you do have to wait 32 days before they pay you. So you have a big bulk amount for your first payment. Similar with Hashflare, they've got a 14-day wait period. And look, guys, I don't even talk about Hashing.24. I know there are some YouTubers who, until only a couple of days ago, were pumping Hashing.24 and saying Hashing.24 is the best thing since sliced bread, guys, and you really got to get amongst it and, get in here and get involved. And, the second that Hashing.24 said they weren't going to pay out any affiliate bonuses anymore, there was, the Hashing.24 is terrible, they were too expensive, and, look, I've always said Hashing.24 is too expensive, guys. That's one of the things I always want to just point out. Like, I will only ever recommend you guys to use something that I personally use myself. I don't want to send you off and get you guys, buying stuff that, just only trying to benefit me and, get my little kickback or whatever. Like, I would absolutely appreciate it if you guys, use my codes, but I'm really just trying to give everyone information here and, get the good information across to you guys and, help you guys understand the crypto world. And, and basically on Hashing24, they're just totally non-price competitive. There's so much more. They're like twice the price of Hashflare almost, and about 50% more than Genesis Mining. So, they are a reliable company, and if you do want to go put your money over there, you'll get a much lower rate of return, but just because the buy-in price is so much higher, but they're reliable. I'm not saying they're not reliable. I'm just saying they're way too expensive. Big difference. Anyway, some other pros of cloud mining. There's no installation. There's no noise, right? ASIC miners are fairly noisy, and if you like me, I feel kind of crazy for actually having bought an L3 Plus Litecoin miner, because it's going to be buzzing away in my little apartment here and, making a whole bunch of noise. But I guess I'll have to deal with that, and maybe I'll sell it after a few months or something if I get too annoyed by it. Also, of course, electricity. Depends on where you live and what your electricity costs. Here in New Zealand, electricity is crazily expensive, so I'm actually saving money by doing cloud mining. I pay much less in fees than I would, with electricity. So that's something to keep in mind. Not to mention the fact that, breakdowns and all this stuff happens, and these guys have largely got that covered for you. Now, one of the other things I really, really do like is that you can pay by card. And if you're trying to get involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general, you realize just how damn difficult it is to actually buy Bitcoin. You got to send a wire transfer somewhere or something like this, or, you got to wait a week to get signed up on some site somewhere to be able to exchange it. And you can just pay with credit card on Hashflare or Genesis Mining. Boom, credit card, done. They start mining for you, which is really great. Again, really, really great. I do really appreciate that. Now, one place you can buy Bitcoin with a credit card is CoinMama. Now, they've got quite high fees over on CoinMama, but it is really a convenient website, easy, reliable, no BS over there. If you just want to go and buy Bitcoin, you can do it over on CoinMama. But if you want to actually invest in mining, and it's just a nice slow return, you can spend your credit card to do it, which I've always really appreciated being able to do that. So that, in my opinion, is a really, really big bonus. Now, looking over here, so really nice, just quick few features about Genesis Mining, and then we'll look at Hashflare. So on Genesis, you can mine a few different coins, and most of the contracts are actually unavailable at the moment. But if you did, for example, want to get some different coins mined, like I just love Dash, so they don't have that available anymore. But even if they did have it available, I probably wouldn't buy any. So what I've actually decided to do, play with my allocations a little bit, and you guys can do this too. You can do this too. So I've actually decided, I'm going to do 75% Bitcoin over here and 25% Dash. Just so I keep that Dash coming in. I want to keep saving up my Dash, and so I'm going to keep that rolling in. And they do have a few other altcoins you can mine. If you have Ethereum mining, you can mine Ethereum Classic as well, which is nice. So you can grab that if you do want. And a few other coins, you can look around and play with those options there that they do have. So that's quite nice. And of course, Genesis Mining, as always, quite competitive price-wise, which is definitely be appreciated. So it is about $150 for a terahash. Of course, most of you guys probably know this, $150 for a terahash. And then if you go all the way up there to 10 terahash, you do start seeing some discounts coming in, which is definitely always great as well. And of course, the one really popular thing about Genesis Mining that I think most people like so much is the 3% discount codes. It lets you trade codes with people. Basically, you can say, okay, well, you use my code, I'll use your code, and do this a little bit, and everybody gets an extra little bit of hashing power, and so that's really exciting too. So one of the reasons why Genesis Mining has been so popular is, of course, reliability, but also I think the code exchange is really great too. And of course, if you look over here, we got Hashflare. I do really like Hashflare as well. Again, very reliable company with great. Always like the user interface here. You can mine a few different altcoins over here as well. This actually mines Litecoin. It pays out in Bitcoin. You can mine Ethereum, and you can mine Dash over here too. So, but I am all up on Bitcoin in Hashflare, just because I love the buy-in price. You can buy in for 120 bucks for a terahash. Has it logged me out here? I think it might have. You can buy in for 120 bucks for a terahash, which is fantastic. I do love that low buy-in price over here. It makes actually getting involved really, really easy. You know, you can just buy any amount too, which is quite unique because over on Genesis Mining you have to have 30 bucks, and they charge, if you buy under $100, you got to pay an extra $5 for a credit card fee, which always kind of makes me think like, oh, I'll put 20 bucks on my thing today, or 10 bucks on my thing today. And so I end up going over to Hashflare and doing that, not over to Genesis Mining and doing that, because, you know, if I want to put 30 bucks on, it's actually going to cost me 35, you know, because of the credit card fee. So that's one thing that stops me from doing more upgrades on Genesis Mining. I do a lot more here over on Hashflare, but I am, you know, definitely working on getting Genesis Mining hooked up a little bit more as well. And so actually what we're going to do right now is just a few different upgrades over here on Genesis Mining, actually. So we're going to agree on the terms there. Better validate that. But get a 3% discount. Great. So this is whose was that? I think that's Aussie. What do we have there? Aussie Antennas. That's you. So Aussie Antennas, we're going to do a nice little nice little upgrade there. See if that goes through. Yep, fantastico. So we're going to go ahead and send 0.007 Bitcoin across here. We're going to send that now. Bitcoin address 0.007. Great. Okay. Send 2864. Yes, thank you very much. Boom. Upgraded there. Fantastic. And we're going to do one more. I think this is Alberto's code, isn't it? Yep, fantastic. Promo code valid, you get 3% discount. Awesomeness. We're going to go ahead and confirm that order there as well. Oh, what happened to that one? We'll have to check back on that one. Alberto, I'll take care of that for you in a few minutes, man. So keep an eye out for that. We'll get that upgraded there too. So anyway, guys, cloud mining, definitely profitable. Definitely a great way to get involved in the whole crypto world. If, you know, you've been thinking, man, how do I get involved and what do I need to do? And it's nice. The payouts are quick and easy. So get amongst the guys. And like I said, I've got my 3% discount code down below for Genesis Mining. So if you want to hit that up, that's awesome. If you do use my code, you know, please, you know, message me. You can message me on YouTube or message me on email. And just say, hey guys, you know, hey Lark, you know, I upgraded using your code. Here's my code. Hit you back, and, you know, I'll add you to the list, and we'll get around hopefully to getting you an upgrade one of these days as well. I got a lot of upgrades for different people to get to, you know, so might not be the biggest upgrade all the time, but definitely I'll try and hit as many people back as I can who use my code. So just a quick shout out on that. And of course, if you are you know, a new customer over on Hashflare, you guys can hit up my code down below as well. You know, and that'll take you through to Hashflare. Now, unfortunately, there's no discount code over on Hashflare. The prices are already so damn low that they don't offer any discounts. Although they do have, like, you know, Black Friday sales or something once in a while. But anyway, guys, that is all for me. I just wanted to lay out some of the you know, the pros, the cons, the risks, and all that stuff for you guys about cloud mining. So, you know, as always, really interested to hear, you know, what's your feedback? What do you guys think about cloud mining? You know, how has cloud mining been working out for you? Those of you who've been involved for a really long time. You know, and really, yeah, just, you know, keen to hear everyone's thoughts on that and see what you guys think. So anyway, guys, that is all from the Crypto Lark for today. Really great checking this out with you guys. Long live the blockchain, and peace out.